Dog owners, unite! Are you ready to get to know your dog better? Welcome to America's Dog Whisperers with Mark German and Janice Wolf. This program will help make your good dog great and your great dog fabulous. Now, here's Mark and Janice.
Welcome, folks. This is Janice Wolf, New Jersey's Dog Whisperer, a.k.a. the Lady Dog Whisperer, as people are starting to call me. Mark German, America's Dog Whisperer, is busy grooming a Cocker Spaniel who's never been groomed. A lot of times we get dogs that bite the owners, bite the groomers. So this dog hasn't been groomed. It's 9 or 10 years old, and Mark is actually grooming it after spending, well, he got there 10 o'clock this morning in Arizona time, so that tells you how devoted we are to doing what we do. So today, what I want to do, since Mark isn't here, which will be a little less combative between him and me, we get along great. The problem is that both of us have different takes on situations. Even though it's the same thing and even though we do the same thing, we have different energies. And anyone who's ever met us will see that different energies impact each other differently. One of the big things that I'm going to keep harping on today is the fact that people need to focus their own energy on whatever they're doing. Most of us tend to get a little bit, well, focused on things that you shouldn't be, like there's the dog the dog is doing this, the dog is doing that. A moment ago, one of my dogs made a rumble like he was going to bark at something. I just looked at him, I shushed him, and I came back to the screen. I don't know if anyone even noticed. That was the end of it. Today I want to really teach everyone how to be a whisperer, how to do what Mark and I do, and we go around the country training people to do what we do. So if you know of someone who loves dogs and who's interested in helping dogs and helping people, please let them know about us. You can get us on americasdogwhispererinc.com or NJ Dog Whisperer. Thank you, Sean, for putting that out. We had a bunch of people emailing us about getting the book and the vitamins. The vitamins are from New Vet. New Vet is, they're not our sponsor. We don't buy from them, sell from them or anything, but I buy from them. It happens to be the best vitamin supplement out there. And anybody who has a small dog especially, mine are Ridgebacks, 100+ pounds, but even if you have a small dog, they get rid of cataracts, which is a really important thing. In a couple of weeks, we're going to have someone named James Bond on from newvet.com, and he's the expert. He will answer all your questions. We'll try to have him on for half the show. Somebody wrote in about Caesar. I wish we'd stop getting the comments about Caesar. Caesar is National Geographic's Dog Whisperer. Dog Whisperers are not new. I've got 37 horses. People have been calling me the Horse Whisperer since the book came out, not even the movie. The idea of being a whisperer versus being a dog trainer, I don't train the dog to do anything. I don't care if the dog sits. I don't care if he lies down. I don't care if he stands on his head. I don't want him jumping on my guests, running out the door, biting people, barking, being dog aggressive, stealing my stuff, peeing in my house. And that's really what most people want. If you think about it, when we do obedience with our dogs, unless you're doing it to be, competitive and do rally obedience or get a title, most people teach their dog to sit at the front door because they don't want him running out the door or jumping on guests. Why not just teach the dog that he can't run out the door and he can't jump on guests? Doesn't that make more sense? So that's what Mark and I do every week, is we teach you how to teach your dog, not train your dog. It's not really about your dog, it's about you. Yesterday I was at a dog. Mark and I do 2 or 3 a day. What tends to happen is people get so focused about the dog that they forget about their own lives. So, for instance, the people with the lab, it was very food aggressive, was aggressive in some other respects too, but really food aggressive. He bit me in the arm, oh well. Dog was 4 years old. You know what they did? They locked him in the crate. So when people came over, the dog went in the crate. When the kids had friends over, the dog went in the crate. When the dog started to bark, the dog went in the crate. When the dog would steal their food, the dog would go in the crate. Why the heck do you have a dog? Just buy the crate and buy a stuffed animal and throw the stuffed animal in the crate. what I did is I changed the people. And that's what dog whisperers do. Whoever that is above, so below, go for it. He's the real dog whisperer. No, actually, the real dog whisperer, I believe, is someone else. This isn't about calling people whatever they are. I don't care what you call me, as long as you call me before you euthanize your dog, before you lock your dog in the crate for 23 hours a day. So whatever people's problems are, Mark and I are long since beyond that. I help more people than Caesar does. Mark helps more people because we go around the country training people to help other dogs and people around the country. So while the rich and famous people, and anyone who knows you, try to get in touch with Caesar, he's a great guy. Mark knows him. He did a show with him. Mark was not trained by Caesar. Caesar was not trained by Mark. I like Caesar because he shows people that it's the people's problem, most of the issues with their dog. But whatever your problems are, that's your problem. That's not my problem. I go around the country training people to do what I do. Mark goes around the country. The two of us travel. We help more dogs. We have helped thousands, not just 16 or 17,000 dogs that I've helped personally, not just 25 or 30,000 dogs Mark's helped personally, but we train dog whisperers. Some people are intimidated or don't want others to learn their skill because they want that wow factor, the Hollywood factor. I don't care about the Hollywood factor. I'd be happy if we could just travel around the country, train people, go to shelters, and help dogs, because that's what it's about. People who are going, who have a puppy that they're going to get rid of, or a dog who bites someone or is out of control, so they bring it to the vet to euthanize it. Who's there to help those people? Mark and I are. Our whisperers are there. And we go around the country, and we're going to Australia this year. We're going to the UK, and we're going to Ireland to train people to do what we do. That's how we are helping the average person and the average dog that's in a shelter. Nobody else is running from Hollywood to, east wherever, Minnesota or Missouri or Iowa or New Jersey or Canada. We are going around the country, and we need your help. Everybody here, you know people, tell them about our show. It doesn't cost anything. You can ask your questions. You can type them in. I'm going to talk for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'm going to open it up for questions, and let's help you guys. But the way you guys can help us is to tell your friends that we have hope because we train whisperers, and we will help you. We actually met somebody last week on this show who we're going to go down and help and actually train to be a whisperer, who's in Maryland, near Baltimore. So because of this show, there's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of dogs that are going to be helped in Baltimore area, which we wouldn't have been able to do on our own. There's only me and Mark. That's it.